So let me start that again. So congratulations. There's different levels of of coaches, and there's the star diamonds, the diamonds, and then there's always that group that's right there and they're getting ready to make it to the next level. And as diamond coaches, we were all saying, what can we do to help you guys take it to the next level? Maybe there's just one thing that's stopping you. Maybe, you'll find it out from another person in this group, but you six are in the same level. Like, you're just there. You just need to jump the hump type thing. And like I was saying, I'm not an expert at this, but it's just doing the 3 vital behaviors every day. But maybe there will just be one thing that I can share or someone in this group can share that you say, hey, I can try that too. Maybe I was missing that in my invite process, or I was missing that in the follow-up process, and then it'll take you to that next level. But so that's basically what this is for. No specific training, just kind of talk and encourage each other. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's awesome. I know for me, my biggest challenge and struggle is finding the time, because I'm a new mom and I work full time. So during the day, I hardly have time to post all day. So I'm trying to figure out when and how, and try to incorporate all that, those posts, throughout the day, and getting people involved in my life. I want to before I joined Beachbody, I really didn't post a lot about myself. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm coaching, I'm trying to get people more active and aware of what's going on in my life.
So how much time do you think you spend actually working the business, or that you're on Facebook per day?
I would say probably 2 hours, but I'm just when I come home at night, it's hard to try and sit down, and when you have an active 1-year-old, it's just trying to figure out that time management. Mm-hmm. I guess.
When you're on Facebook, is a lot of it scrolling the news feed, looking at top coaches, and maybe even messaging back and forth to the same people time and time again, and it's sucking a lot of your time up?
Well, I do scroll, and then I kind of watch, the top coaches as well. So I'm watching you guys and see how you guys post, and then that kind of gives me ideas. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm really not that creative when it comes to stuff like that. So that's where I have to start to learn how to become more creative and get people, involved, I guess.
I mean, I think the main thing is that when I watch other coaches and I'm like, oh my God, he's so successful at that. But, or she's so successful at that, but it's not me. So when I try to create a post like they created, this very nice picture of them doing yoga on a mountain, that's not my real life. So I can't, replicate.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where people start getting stuck, and they're like, okay, how are they doing it? And how could I be like them? Where it shouldn't be. You should just pick the 5 main things that are in your life, your kids, your mom, just the 5 things that you do on a daily basis, and post about those things. And as soon as you realize, people want to know about you and what you do, that's when posts become easy, and you're able to generate that content. And maybe you will take something that you saw from a top coach, like the message behind it, but you can put it in your own words in your own life.
Okay.
But when you're talking about time, your posts are probably one of the most important things you're doing, because that's how people are going to see who you are. So you could probably spend 15 minutes, planning all your posts out for the next day or two. And then after that's done, after you've done the main things that you need to do to grow your business, that's when you can start scrolling the top coaches. You can start responding to those people that are just taking time from you, and you want to help them, but that they've already asked you 1,000 times about this, and they just like to talk to you. They like you, but they're not going to commit. So
right.
My thing is that if time's your issue, make sure that you're doing everything that's going to further your goals before you start doing that stuff that's not going to help you at all.
Okay. Well, that makes absolute sense. Yeah.
And when I first became a coach, I was on Facebook all day, every day, trying to catch everything. But when you flip the things and you make yourself the attraction, and that you have to get these posts in, then you start spending a lot less time worrying about what the other people are doing because you're creating your own following.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think a few girls have taken up a lot of my energy and time, and I've kind of backed off from talking to them more because they're just not going to commit. So I've kind of started to learn like when just to stop talking to people, I guess, too. I'm just trying to like, I'm not good at like talking to people like through messages. I'm a person that like would love to talk on the phone or like through a Zoom call. Mm-hmm. And so for me, like, you know, it's messaging, it takes up a lot of time too. So.
And once you know someone's serious, yeah, just say, hey, you know, we can get through this in a 5-minute phone call. Do you mind if I call you? And
yeah,
you know, I'll make calls on my way to work, on my way home from work. I just pick times that I know that it's not going to affect my family time, like dinner time or things like that. It's when I'm going to be doing nothing anyway, like driving, you know, and then I'll just get on the phone. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So you're able to drive and you know, lead a conversation.
Yeah. Do you guys see me yet? Hold on. Sorry, I was like playing around with my camera.
So Jody, where do you think you're at right now?
But you know, my issue is getting my coaches to stay active. I've got enough to be diamond, okay. But people, you know, go in and out of active status all the time. Mm-hmm. So obviously they're not serious about what they're doing. And then just getting new coaches, recruiting has just been the hardest part for me. And I don't know why, because I used to be a recruiter. But in the back of my head, I still, after 4 years, have this issue where I feel like people don't like or network marketing, like they just have a negative opinion of it. Mm-hmm. And I have to get over that. And I have to just start inviting people. And my challenge groups weren't going very well for a while, where people weren't participating. So I couldn't even invite them to the coaching opportunity because they weren't even following up on, mm-hmm. you know, on their workouts. So I was just kind of in a really bad place for a while.
Tara's there now. You can see her.
Yay. But I you know, when I was on vacation in January, I posted every day about my workouts, and that just kind of helped me gain a lot of momentum. Mm-hmm. People saw that I was committed. People saw that I was doing it, and so that helped me. And I kind of was on a roll for a while. I was doing really well, and it's kind of slowed down again. So I have to. I don't know. I'm so close. I just have to get a couple more active coaches, and I'm there.
Well, you know what? It's a crazy business. There's that, you have to have that wheel turn. You have to bring in new, you know, you have to connect with people. Then you have to bring them in as challengers, and then you have to show them the value of coaching, and you have to keep doing it every month, bringing those challengers in. And like this past month, Trenny and I failed at bringing new challengers in. We just failed big time. So I went back and I looked at my conversations. I mean, I'm sitting down every night doing my power hour, but I went back and I tracked my conversations for the last 2 months. And there was only 27 people out of the hundreds of conversations that I had that are potential clients or potential coaches. So why am I having 200 conversations with people if 175 of them are already coaches, or they're already bought challenge packs and they know what their next step is? We've already given them the next step. They're having fun in the challenge groups, but I need to now focus back on that phase one where I'm recruiting people to join us, because right now, like, Trenny and I are building her second business center together, and she's qualifying 4-star right now, and it all looks great. But if we don't get more people coming into that, you know, Making Success Club, basically, everything's going to crumble, or we're not going to be able to grow. So now I have to look at our businesses and saying, what do we have to do next? And just today I created a like page. This is the first time we're expanding from, we've only built on our personal pages. But now I have to look into websites, like pages, things like that, where you guys might not be there yet. But we always have to look like, what am I not doing now that I can, you know, that I can do in the future to help where I'm stuck? And Jody, if you're the same way, is that you're not getting those challengers in, like, what else can you do to attract those challengers? You know, and I mean, I'm going to commit to this like page, and I'm going to commit to putting some money towards it. So, you know, sponsored ads and everything. And my daughter is on the countertop. Morgan, can you please get off the countertop? Are you okay? Okay, thank you. You know, just because I feel like I've been talking to the same people for the last 3 years, and I need to find a new niche. Right. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's a like page, things like that. And That's why we have this, and we can talk to each other to find out where are we stuck, where's that next level that we need to take each other to.
I'm doing Melanie Boland's Diamonds to Dollars group. It started like in February, and they talked a lot about the like page. They talked a lot about Instagram, and the like page sounds like a great idea to me, but I have a hard enough time posting in my regular page. So I have to, but they just gave you all these options. There's just so many different things. You just got to pick the one you think is going to work best for you. Like one of them was a blog. They did a whole week on blogging. And I've had a blog for years, but same thing. It's just I'm not consistent in it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I from what I know about the different ways to attract outside people, I think the like page is the least amount of work, because you can take one post and you can keep paying for that to reboot and re-attract more people. Where on Instagram, you have to go out and you have to, search the hashtags. You have to pull those people in yourself, where I'd rather pay money and try to do it this way, because time is my issue too, just like Tara's is. And, but I know what I'm doing isn't working, so I'm willing to try something.
Yeah.
But
I think for me too, I really have to start. I wish I could almost job shadow someone, just to shadow someone to see what conversations are going on and how to talk to people. Because for me, I get really excited and some other people aren't as excited as I am. And when people ask me questions about it, it's hard for me to get show the excitement through text. Like I said, I just want to be able to talk to people on the phone or through video or in person. So I don't know. That's where I'm stuck. It's just talking through social media.
Yeah. Well, what can you do to get around that? I mean,
yeah.
You start asking people to get on a call. Maybe you make a 5 or 10 minute video that shows your excitement, that tells them their options. These are your options. This is what you can do. I want you to join me or something. And then when they do start, okay, yeah, I need more information, Tara. Hey, I have a 10-minute video. If I sent it to you, would you watch it? And then you can, all that time that you're spending on the text messages, it's just a click for you, and then they have to spend the 10 minutes to get all the information.
Yeah.
But that's an option too.
So sending out a video of just challenge packs or something like that, or coaching and stuff like that. You're saying there are links that I could on YouTube that I can just send to people.
Yeah, I mean the back office has links.
Okay.
Funny and I actually made our own video that it's 25 minutes, and anytime that someone is excited or they want to know more about a challenge pack, we say, okay, the first step is to watch this 25-minute video. And the reason why is because it gets their mindset right. And it also tells them about Shakeology. It tells them about the challenge packs. It tells them about coaching. So instead of us spending 3 weeks going message by message by message, they just have to watch this video. But the thing is sometimes they don't watch it, and that's fine. They just, they weren't going to buy the challenge pack, or they weren't going to put the time in to do the challenge pack anyway. But my first step is always to try to get them to watch this video, just because it tells them everything that encompasses the whole Beachbody lifestyle.
Okay. I'll write that down.
So, and I can send you that video that we send to them if you want.
That would be great.
Hey, that would be good to watch that.
Okay, I'll send
I started watching some conversation videos that Johnny sent me while I'm running on the treadmill, just to see how to interact with people and talk about coaching and so forth, which have helped too. Like I said, I just have to start getting the courage to do it.
Yeah, the thing is there's so much training out there. We could spend our whole lives just training on YouTube different videos about how to be a coach, and every coach that you talk to does it a different way. They use a different form of social media. Some of them don't use social media at all. I've met plenty of guys that they still do face-to-face meetings. That's all they do, is they get on the phone and they try to set up face-to-face meetings with people. That's the old way to do it, but they're very successful coaches, So I tell all my new coaches that, number one, if you know how to send out a link, you can be successful at this. So if you know how to send out a link to a video, or you know how to sign people up, you can be successful. Get into Coach Basics and get the main things down. But after that, all this extra information and all this extra training and all this extra stuff, that's just extra. If you know how to settle in and you know how to talk to people and get excited about this and invite them along with you, you're going to have success. But you just have to do it.
Okay. It makes total sense, though.
Yeah. So Paul, he is into gifts and recognition and things like that. So he wanted me to share with you guys. Let me find what he... So out of this group, Paul wants to do a little contest with you guys. He said that the first one to make diamond out of any of you gets a $300 prepaid gift card to the Corette Summit. Anyone else makes diamond by the Thursday before Summit gets a $150 prepaid gift card to the Corette Summit. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in here. 6 of you have said that you're interested in this and you want to do this. And I haven't heard from the 7th person yet, but I think it's cool. Paul's going to throw a little skin in the game that's expensive.
Did you guys get the phone call from Autumn about the core?
Yeah.
So like the top, was it 700 coaches that are Ruby and below, I think, get like a fast pass into the core?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That is really cool. So that's
that line is just ridiculous.
Are you guys both signed up for Summit?
Yeah.
I'm on the wait list.
You're on the wait list. Okay. They just Paul's going to talk about that on the team call in a little bit here. They're just starting to invite people off the wait list, so that should start moving pretty quickly.
Okay.
Did you guys both get the Super Saturday this past weekend?
I did not.
No. Okay.
I purchased and I didn't have a sitter last minute, so.
Gotcha. But you know the importance of events, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you read the book Beach Money, which I just posted in the Goal Crushers, this book's really good. It's free this weekend for audio. So you can download this book, Beach Money, but he talks about how events build businesses and that his goal and all the successful coaches that are not coaches, but entrepreneurs that he's seen in the past, they just try to bring 3 guests to every event, because once people see the atmosphere at Beachbody, like in a Beachbody event, there's a pretty good chance they're going to want to learn more about the opportunity. So, you might have to invite 20, you might have to invite 30 friends, family members, things like that. But, the goal of each Super Saturday is for yourself to get there, just to get your mind right and bring 3 people with you. So they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was last minute that I couldn't go, so I was pretty bummed.
Where are you, Tara? Where do you live?
I'm in the Chicago area.
Okay, so
Suburb.
You get to go with the whole team then.
Yeah.
And Jody, do you go to the Indianapolis ones?
What's that?
Well, I've been to the Indianapolis ones. I'm in the Chicago area too, but I didn't go because we were on vacation.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll go to Indianapolis just because it's easier, or I almost went to the Indianapolis one because theirs was today. Okay. And I almost stayed, but I needed to get home because I didn't want to get home at like 8 or 9 o'clock tonight.
Cool. Well, I'm excited just to do this. I will tell you what, if I'm the only one participating in that message thread, this isn't going to go very far. You guys are all, you guys know more than like Jody, you probably know more on one situation than Tara does. Tara, you probably know one situation more than me. So whenever you think of something that could help us, or you're like have like one of those light bulb moments, post it in there, and we'll just all help each other, because like I said, even though our business centers, they're 3 and 4 star qualifying right now, the problem is that we're struggling too at other things, and where there's other people that make 28 Success Club points a month, they're not qualifying for anybody. They're not even Star Diamond yet. So it's always, we need to help each other on our strengths and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's good. We'll have the thread going, which would be good too. That have other ideas. I think that'll be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, all 7 of you, if you're doing the 3 vital behaviors and inviting coaches, you're going to be diamond before before Summit. And I hopefully a lot sooner than that. It's just getting that mindset right that yes, people do want this business, and yes, it's going to be fun. Just think like if Paul didn't invite me to this business, you know, he was probably scared to invite me. We hadn't talked in 10 years. He called me and he wanted to know if I wanted to go out to dinner sometime. And I was like, yeah, like when? And he's like, tonight. And I was like, no, man, I'm not going out to dinner tonight. And he basically, but just that him reconnecting, it took 6 months of him teaching me a little bit more at a time. But you know, we love this now. Like if he was so scared to reach out to us, Trenny and I would not have this amazing opportunity. We would not have traveled with Jody Horton to Cancun, Mexico. And you got to look at the big picture and what it can bring to you and for others. And it's not scary. If it was scary that we wouldn't be in it, I know like our team's personality, we're not selling, you know, magic potions, and we're not just trying to get a big commission up front. I was talking to a guy who was probably one of the most intelligent people about multi-level marketing that I've ever talked to. And he's never been in one, but he's just researched them a lot. And he was telling me how he was approached a couple days ago about the water, the pH water. And to get into that, it's $5,000 up front. And, you know, like I was like, how do you approach someone and say, hey, I'm going to make your water better, but it's going to cost you $5,000? And I thought it was funny. I'm like, I can get you in a business for $39.95, you know, and you'll feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. We have to do it. If we want this, we have to do it and stay on the journey ourselves.
Right.
I have to stay consistent. That's what I know I have to work on too, is consistency and following up with people.
Yep. It's tough, but the longer you do it, the easier it gets.
I have days where I'm like, for me, it's hard because, like I said, the time. So it's like, just like trying to find time just to read my books, like my personal development books. And because my husband, we work opposite hours. So you might know a lot about that, working opposite hours than your wife and so forth. And it is tough. And so it's just right now it's a learning like curve for me.
Yeah.
Try and figure it out.
And like the time is like our biggest issue. It's not the money factor, it's the time factor for us. But
yeah,
you know, our personal development, we listen to audios while we're doing dishes, while we're doing the laundry, while we're driving. You know, that's when we get our personal development in, just because you know that's what works for us. But you know, if you just keep tweaking it and doing it and having fun with this, you're gonna be successful.
Mm-hmm. Every day, you know, and every week I find like different things I can do to, like, you know, like I said, I started doing watching videos while I'm running on the treadmill, just so that I can get some more personal development in. So just trying to find different ways that work best. So
well, good. All right, well, I will let you two go. Is there anything else any questions you have or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. Thank you very much for doing this for us tonight.
No problem. I'm excited, and I can't wait to see everybody start rank advancing here.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Ken.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.